Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss our second chapter for the unit magnetic effects of electric current, that is the force on the charge. For the unit it is the third video and for the second chapter it is the first video. Now the first article is the force on a charged particle inside electric field. Force on charged particle inside electric field. Force on charged particle inside electric field. Now let us suppose a charged particle plus Q is moving along the x-axis. A charged particle is moving along the x-axis. Let us suppose we have applied electric field along the y-axis. Along the y-axis by placing the positive and negatively charged plates. When this charged particle enter inside the electric field, it will experience a force. Let us suppose a charged particle covers the displacement x inside the electric field. X is the displacement of charge Q inside electric field. Electric field के अंदर जो उसने कितना डिस्प्लेसमेंट कवर किया, दैट इज द x. लेट इज v इज द वेलोसिटी and t is the time taken to cover this displacement x. So from here you can calculate t. T is equal to x upon v. Name it equation number 1. Now what about the force? The force F is equal to QE. It is acting on the charged particle and this force will act along the y-axis. The force F is acting along the y-axis. Due to this force, the acceleration will be produced in the particle and that acceleration is equal to QE upon m, where m is the mass of the particle. Now next is we have calculated the A. Now we are going to calculate the y, displacement covered by the particle due to this force F. The force is acting along the x-axis, so the particle will cover some displacement along the y-axis. So y is equal to u by t plus half of a by t square. Now initially particle was moving along the x-axis. So initial velocity along the y-axis is the 0 plus half a by we have calculated, that is the q upon m, and t is the x upon v whole square. From this equation you will get y is equal to QE upon 2m v square into x square, or y is proportional to x square. This is the equation of the parabola. So whenever the charged particle is moving inside the electric field, the trajectory or the path of the particle will be parabolic. So the particle inside the electric field will move like this. This is the trajectory of the particle inside the electric field. Now next come to the when the charged particle is moving inside the magnetic field. We are talking about the motion of charged particle inside magnetic field. Next is the motion of charged particle inside the magnetic field, or force on the charged particle inside the magnetic field. Now inside the magnetic field, let us suppose we have applied a magnetic field B along the z-axis, and the particle is moving in the x-z plane with velocity v, making angle theta with the direction of the magnetic field. Then the force acting on the charged particle will be directly proportional to the charge on the particle. directly proportional to the v sin theta, means normal component of the or the component of velocity in the direction of the magnetic field. Next one is the it is directly proportional to the B, that is the magnetic field. So F is proportional to QBB sin theta, F is QBB sin theta. In this case, K will be unity, so F is equal to QBB sin theta. This is the force experienced by the charged particle inside the magnetic field. In the vector form, you can express as a Q B cross. This is the force acting on the charged particle inside the magnetic field. Now let's come to the Lorentz force. Next topic is Lorentz force. Lorentz force. What is the Lorentz force? When the charged particle is moving in the combined effect of the electric and magnetic field. If the charged particle is moving inside the combined effect of the electric and magnetic field, then force is given by QE, the force acting in the electric field, plus QB cross. So this is the magnetic Lorentz force, the force acting on the charged particle inside the electric and the magnetic field. If there is only electric field, the force will be QE, and if there is only magnetic field, the force will be QB cross B. So this is known as the electrostatic Lorentz force, and this is known as the magnetic Lorentz force. Clear? Now next one is the main article of this chapter, that is motion of charged particle inside the magnetic field. Next is motion of charged particle inside magnetic field. Motion of charged particle inside magnetic field. Now first case is the when the V is perpendicular to B. First case, V perpendicular to B means charged particle is moving in the perpendicular direction to the magnetic field. For that, let us suppose we have applied magnetic field B along the z-axis and the particle is moving along the x-axis. This is the velocity of the particle. Now what will be the direction of the force? In this case, the force, here is the charged particle Q. We have written the force F will be equal to Q V cross B. This is the force acting on the charged particle. Now what will be the direction of the force? We can calculate the direction of the force by applying the right hand rule for the vector product. Means we have to move from V to B in the such a direction. We are going to hold our angle. We are going to move from V to B. In moving this means it is the three-dimensional case. Let us suppose, one second. This is the case. In this case, this chalk is representing the direction of the magnetic field and this pen is representing the direction of the motion. Means pen is representing the velocity and chalk is representing the magnetic field. It is like this. Chalk is acting in the z direction, means I am marking upward direction as the z, and this is the x-axis. I have to move from this velocity v to b by using right hand rule. We will move like this. We will move like this. Then the force is acting inward. The force is acting like this. Means in this case, the force is acting like this. Force is acting in this direction. Clear? Or it is not like this. It is in a backward direction. It is like this. The force is acting like this. This short chalk is representing the direction of the force, magnetic field, and the direction of the motion. So, due to this force, the particle will start to move in the circular path. And at every point, if I am going to take here velocity, magnetic field V, then the force will act toward this. If I am going to take this position, velocity here, magnetic field this, and then the force will also act toward the center of this circle. Means whenever the particle is moving inside the magnetic field such that the velocity is perpendicular or the direction of motion is perpendicular to the force, then the particle is moving in the circular path. And this magnetic Lorentz force is playing the role of centripetal force here. Means F is equal to, I am going to write VB sin 90 degree. From here, F is equal to QVB. This force is playing the role of the centripetal force, or F is equal to FC QVB, or QVB is equal to mv square by R. From here, 1v is going to be, from here you can calculate the value of R. R is the radius of the circular path, that is traversed by the particle that is moving under the action of the magnetic field. From here you are going to, from here you can calculate the value of R. R will be equal to, from here R is equal to mv upon q. This is the radius of the circular path that is traversed by the particle while moving in the magnetic field perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. Now next you can calculate the time period. Time period, that is represented by capital T. Time period is the time taken by the particle to complete its circular trajectory or its complete circular path. So time period, as we write on the definition of velocity, that will be 2 pi r upon t. From t will be 2 pi r upon v. Put the value of r here. So t will be equal to 2 pi upon v into mv upon qv. V knows to be, so t will be 2 pi m upon qb. It will be 2 pi m upon qb. So time period t is 2 pi m upon qb. This is the time period of the charged particle having the charge q that is moving inside the magnetic field. Clear? So the time period depends upon the mass, charge and the magnetic field. Clear bete? Now next come to the, we have to calculate the angular frequency. Angular frequency of this charged particle that is moving inside the magnetic field perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. Now next is the, we have to calculate the angular frequency, and all of you knows that angular frequency omega is given by 2 pi by t. Put the value of t here, you will get omega is equal to 2 pi upon 2 pi n into qb. 2 pi goes with 2 pi, so omega will be equal to qb upon m. This is the angular frequency. You can calculate also frequency here by putting the value of 2 pi f. F will be qb upon 2 pi m. Clear? This is the first case when the particle is moving perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. Next and the last case of this chapter that we are going to discuss is the particle is moving at an angle theta with respect to the direction of the magnetic field. Next is the, if the V is acting at an angle theta with respect to the magnetic field. Last case is B and B are inclined at angle theta. थीटा एंगल पे दोनों incline हुए हैं. In that case, what will happen here? Now let us suppose magnetic field B is acting in this direction and velocity V is acting at an angle theta with respect to the direction of the magnetic field. So we can resolve the component V. V cos theta will act on the magnetic field and this will be the V sin theta. This will be the V sin theta will be in this direction. V sin theta. Now V sin theta is perpendicular to the magnetic field and we have already proved in the last one, when the particle is moving perpendicular to the magnetic field, the path will be the circular. So due to the component V sin theta, the particle will start to move in the circular path. Now means in the last article where we have used the V, now we are going to replace that by V sin theta. So in that case we have calculated the R is equal to mv upon qb. Now I am writing here as the V sin theta. So the radius of the circular path will be mv sin theta. Similarly, you can calculate the time period. Time period we have calculated 2 pi m upon b cube. Time period 2 pi m upon b cube. In this case, velocity was not there, so the time period will remain the same. Now come to here. There is a one component, that is the V cos theta, that is acting along the B. Due to the V sin theta, particle is moving in the form of the circular path. But due to the V cos theta, the particle is going to cover some linear distance also. So the path of the particle will be like this. It is moving in the circle, but also it is going to cover some linear displacement. This path is called the helical path. This is called the helical path. So the path or the trajectory of the particle inside the magnetic field will be helical when the particle is making at angle theta with respect to the velocity v, or the particle moving at an angle theta with respect to the magnetic field. Clear? So with this we have ended our chapter, that is the force on the charge. Thank you.